It's day 245 and it's time to meet another one of my friends. So without further ado, please welcome to the screen cricketer, workshop leader and the drummer of my first ever band. Yes, it is... It's Nonsense from CJ! Yes!
I got so excited I couldn't wait any longer.
No, that's fine, darling, that's fine. I think we did brilliantly. The drummer of my first band, never mind the Neighbours, is here on screen. Yay!
No. Paul, I've known you. Right, I wrote it down. Since 1988. Paulus, sorry. That's how long I've known you. Since 1988. But you weren't even born then. I don't understand.
I was very, very young. Is the band and us forming the band the first time we met? Because that's my first question for you.
Absolutely. So I went to hippie school, like a Rudolf Steiner, if you've heard of that sort of thing.
I have, yeah. Yes. Do you get to paint on the walls and shit?
Oh, not the shit though, no.
Paint with paint.
I think we used crayons and chalk. And I did seem to remember flinging cow shit at people. That's another story. Then we failed all our exams because they didn't believe in exams. It was a grade school. So, and there was no uniform. I climbed trees. It was just wonderful. But I didn't learn much in the way of some academia. So my mum packed me off to a school to take like all my GCSEs in 9 months.
Wow.
And that was Geoffrey Chaucer. Since been knocked down. And I was there and I was like, oh, what is this place? I mean, I remember the first bell, it went off after the first lesson, and all the Steiner kids, because there's quite a few of us, went running out. We thought it was a fire.
So you've never heard a school bell before. You just get thrown into a normal school and they don't explain beforehand.
No one warned. So all the Steiner kids ran out going, fire! It was like, spot the Steiner kid. The fact we had really long collars and cords as well. So yeah, I was a bit traumatized and spent most of my time still trying to climb trees. Then I met a really cool guy called Dan, and I actually knew his mum, but I didn't realize that at the time. I'm diverting loads here. So just to change the story a little bit, I was driving in my camper van and Dan was with his mum, and Dan was going, oh my God, it's CJ. And probably not in that accent though. And his mum was like,
no, because I don't think he's from Texas or whatever that just was. You're talking about Dan Ayres, the guitarist of the band.
Yes. And he went, oh, it's CJ. And his mum was like, no, CJ's my friend. And Dan was like, no, CJ's definitely my friend. Because his mum had a camper van as well.
Fight over the Steiner kid. Fight.
So back to the yes, never interview me, Paulus. So Dan was like, Are you a muso? I went, yeah, I'm a drummer. And he went, oh, no, not really. And he said, should we get a band together? Yep, cool. And we had a bass player. I grew up with a bass player. So, yeah, blah, blah. We hadn't got a singer. We could not find a singer. And Dan pipes up, I know someone. So we're thinking someone, don't take this the wrong way, Paul, because we're in a rock band and we look, hard. And along you came, more cap than Freddie. Just in case people have never seen photos on the internet, and there are some out there,
I wore waistcoats over the top of my shirts every day, and they were very, very colourful. And I had rings on every single one of my fingers, including my thumb. And I had a little black sailor's cap. I mean, it was like the village people. It was like a fisherman's cap from Cornwall. I loved it. I think I literally stole it from a fisherman in Cornwall when I was 10. And I had a little flick of hair coming out the front of it because I did have hair then. And I was. I mean, if people meet me now and I say to them, because they don't understand it because they're not you or Dan, I say to them, if you think I'm camp now, God, you should have seen me when I was 12, 11. I was flaming.
I mean, you looked 12. This is the next issue we had. We reached question 1 yet. I'm just waffling. I think
this is question 1. We're doing it.
Blur into one. But you came mincing up with some long garment on as well.
Long black coat covered in badges.
It was like something out of Trumpton or cambric green with just your feet. That's showing my age now. And me and Seb, the bass player, just looked at each other and went, this is our singer. And you didn't disappoint. Your singing was just as camp as your appearance. It was fabulous, darling. But we used to rehearse. There were two places we rehearsed. One was the back garden of my parents. They went on holiday. We rehearsed. We had the police round. Hence the name, never mind. The Neighbours. What a cool
Yes!
name.
I always hated that name.
Oh, well, it worked. But then we started rehearsing in my friend's barn. And he was like, I tell you what, I won't charge you, but you have to like rehearse in front of all my farmer friends. And we're like, oh, okay, how hard can that be? Except you turned up late and you were mincing up the path in front of a field full of farmers. I wasn't sure we were going to survive. I mean, obviously I'm not homophobic, but at that time I was like, I don't know him. Wrong band.
No, it's the late coming that's the unforgivable bit, isn't it? Turning up late, darling, to rehearsal. That's terrible. That must be the first time and last time I've ever done that. I hope it was anyway. So you mentioned Seb earlier, and we should say that unfortunately we lost Seb last year, didn't we? Our bass player. Yeah. We did.
Yeah, he's the same age as me. Obviously, you are a lot younger.
Well, I couldn't get into the pubs that we played.
We got kicked out of a pub because you were not 18. So our big gig at the Penny Theatre and then Aubrey's, we got kicked out in Canterbury. But poor old Seb, he battled with drink. And he just, he tried. I think he kind of went to rehab and he got better and and then he fell back on it again. So very, very such a talented guy and so funny and intelligent and clever.
Do you know this because you were there, but it was a time in my life when not everybody was kind to me, and you and Dan and Seb, no matter what you thought of what I looked like, when we were in that band and when we were rehearsing or gigging, because we did have gigs and I did get into pubs, we did get away with it. It was so special, and it was. I will never ever forget it. It was, and I even love the name now. And but the thing I will never forget is that none of you would ever give me sheet music to any piece of the piece that you wanted to do. So you guys decided on the songs. Nearly always you guys decided, and you and I would sometimes like try and push for something less rocky or edgy, and sometimes we got to sing duets, didn't we, together? But the boys wanted like Billy Idol and early Queen stuff and stuff like that, and you just used to get given a cassette with the song on, no sheet music, and you couldn't just download lyrics then.
So handwrite it all, didn't we?
To this day, if you ask me to sing Rebel Rebel, there will be bits where I'll just get really close to the microphone and go, because I don't know the words.
That was my biggest fear, that song, because I had to do backing vocals and I couldn't pronounce my R's. It was
and I didn't know the words I was saying. So between us, I mean, how we got away with these gigs. Listen, we're running out of time. Anyway. Second question is, how are you keeping creative at the moment?
So my daytime job, Paulus, as you know, is a teacher. I teach music and children with autism. And I've been going in a tiny bit. It's not full time at the moment. And when I am in, it's hard to be creative because you're trying to catch up with everything. I'm trying to teach in a creative way, but it's hard. So I kind of, when I come home, I'm a little bit, So I have been doing some different things to keep me creative because I can't do the same things. No one can really. No. So what I did, it all started with the Thursday night clapping for the NHS. And I had been in my house 13 odd years and I didn't know any of my neighbours because I'm so busy. I'm literally never here. I am now. So we got clapping, we got talking, and I was like to my neighbour, it'd be great to get a choir, or, I was coming up with all these crazy ideas. And my neighbour was like, well, let's just tone it in a little bit. And how about we just do some gentle exercises because they are all retired, okay? So yes, we have to be careful. So we kind of put our two ideas together, and every Sunday for 3 months, we've just done our last one, at 2:00 on a Sunday, we blasted out music, really fun music, and we danced and we exercised for an hour every Sunday. But then it turned into, CJ, you play guitar? I went, yeah. You play piano? Yeah. And unfortunately, it never rained. So every Sunday, I had to get my piano and my guitar and I perform for my elderly neighbours. And I had to learn new old songs that I've never ever experienced before. So now I know how you felt when you joined the band.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was kind of just being creative in kind of rearranging songs that, you know, I thought, okay, that's how it goes, but I don't want to play it like that. So I just rearrange it and do it completely different. And they absolutely loved it. So I've just done my last one and they're gutted. But, you know, all good things must come to an end because life is getting a little bit back to normal now. But I mean, if lockdown, hopefully it won't ever happen again. We will just start it up again. So that's been amazing. Now I know all my neighbours. So that's just been gorgeous. I'm doing things like my special needs choir. I mean, we can't meet. They're very vulnerable. So even in September, I won't be meeting with them because they can't risk it. So we've started online, which we wouldn't have done. You know, I know the virus has been an awful, awful thing, but you have to try and see positive things out of it. Otherwise, it is all doom and gloom.
I agree.
We've now got, and I've got people messaging me going, but CJ, you don't understand. My son, severe autism, can't leave the house on a Saturday morning. You going online has saved us because he can access it online now. So we're going to carry on doing it online, even when we meet in real life. Because
now, I mean, as much as I prefer to see students in person and audiences, I can talk to WIs in Yorkshire and entertain them, and I can see students from New York, you know. So, you know, like, you're right, find the positive. Listen, your third and final question, CJ, also known as Catherine Jones, but you'll always be CJ to me, is what are you looking forward to doing that you can't do at the moment?
Okay, keep it clean. So it's got to be gigging, because 20 years ago I made the decision to be a teacher and not be a professional musician because I knew how hard, you know, that line of work is. All credit to you, Paulus, for going out there and doing what you love. I'm so in awe of people that go, do you know what, I'm going to follow my dream. So I kind of did the safety route, but also music is my hobby. So therefore I still love it. It's not like, I've got to go to, I don't know, Blackheath. Sorry if you live in Blackheath. and play a gig to one man pissing himself in the corner. That's the true story. So I can say no thank you.
I hear that,
You know, so I can pick and choose, and it's all enjoyable. So just gigging, getting out there. I'm in a band as well. I'm in a band called Gypsy Jazz Ska. Look us up. I'm the drummer, and I'm doing festivals. I love festivals. Oh my god. And I don't know when it's all going to come back, and it's just, it's not fair. It's not fair because they've had the least help, the arts, and they're going back last.
And we bring in over £10 billion a year we generate at £10 billion a year.
You don't have to, I know. And what gets me is whenever there's a trauma in the world or disaster, who are the first people to respond? It's musicians, isn't it? Or it's the arts. Hey, let's make charities. But who's now helping the arts? You know, and it's just terrible. And it is what it is. I know. But I just want to get out there gigging, going to festivals, supporting the local music scene, all my friends, part of Folk in the Barn, another plug there. My friend Deb's runs Folk in the Barn in Kent. And just going to support local musicians or musicians from all around, to be fair.
Listen,
you know,
let's hope we can do that all very, very soon. We are running out of time now. Now, don't forget to press the subscribe button for more like this. And sadly, CJ won't be with me tomorrow, but I will see you all tomorrow.
If we're safe.
CJ, I love you. Thanks for taking the chance on a camp little teenager.